Welcome back. I am NS Lavanya, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. In this video, let's look at the summary of Act 3 of Macbeth. Banquo suspects that Macbeth played most foul game to achieve the throne. Lady Macbeth and Macbeth invite Banquo to a solemn supper that evening. Banquo and his son Fleance are going out riding that afternoon, but Banquo promises to return in time for the banquet. Macbeth tells Banquo that he has heard that Macomb and Donalbain are spreading terrible rumors. When Banquo goes, Macbeth delivers a soliloquy about his fears that Banquo's children will become future kings. If true, his murderous deeds to seize the Baron's scepter will have been fruitless for his own family. He convinces two murderers to kill Banquo and his son Fleance. Lady Macbeth is concerned about Macbeth's misery. She advises him not to think on past deeds, saying, "What's done is done." Macbeth is plagued by fears about potential threats and terrible dreams. He envies Duncan, who sleeps well in his grave. Lady Macbeth encourages Macbeth to put on a brave face for his guest that evening. He tells his wife that his mind is full of scorpions with fears about Banquo and Fleance. He will not tell her what he has done but asks the wands to disguise his deeds. The murderers attack Banquo and Fleance. Fleance manages to escape and Banquo shouts after him. Thou mayest revenge, and Banquo is killed. Murderers decide to return to the castle and tell Macbeth. Macbeth welcomes all the lords to the feast. He notices that one of the murderers is standing at the door. The murderer tells Macbeth that Banquo is dead but Fleance escaped. Macbeth comforts himself that Fleance will not be a threat for quite some time. Lady Macbeth calls to Macbeth and asks him to return to the feast and sit. But Macbeth doesn't see an empty seat at the table. When Lennox gestures at a seat, saying it's empty, Macbeth sees Banquo's ghost sitting there. Macbeth alone can see the ghost. He astonishes the Thanes by shouting at the empty chair. Lady Macbeth tells the Thanes not to worry because he is sometimes attacked by fits. She pulls Macbeth aside and once again questions his manhood. The ghost disappears. Macbeth rambles about murders and spirits risen from the grave until Lady Macbeth reminds him of his guest. He echoes her story about his fits, then leads a toast to the missing Banquo. The ghost reappears and Macbeth, terrified, starts shouting at it. Lady Macbeth tries to play down her husband's strange behavior. The ghost again disappears. Macbeth is amazed that everyone could be so calm in the face of such sights. When Rose asks what sights, Lady Macbeth steps in and asks the guests to leave at once. The Thanes exit. Lennox and another lord talk sarcastically about Macbeth and the similarities between the murders of Duncan and Banquo. Macduff, the lord says, has gone to England to meet with Macomb. He tries to get the English King Edward and his lords to gather an army to help them defeat Macbeth. The rumor is that Macbeth sent a messenger to Macduff. Macduff rebuffed the messenger, who turned his back as if to say that Macduff would play for his decision. Both men hope Macduff remains safe and soon returns with the armies of Macomb and England to free Scotland from Macbeth. That's the end of the summary. Thanks for watching. We meet again next time with the summary of Act 4.